So what is a parent to do? Tara Parker-Pope writes the Well column and blog for the NewYorkTimes.com. Heidi Skolnik is a nutritionist with the Hospital for Special Surgery here in New York. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Heidi, let's start by just clearing up misconceptions people have about energy drinks. Many people assume they're the same as a sports drink, but they're not. There's a real difference.
Big distinction. Sports drinks like Gatorade are designed to provide hydration. So if you lose 32 ounces of sweat in an hour, you could have 32 ounces of Gatorade. An energy drink has caffeine. You could not have 32 ounces of that. You'd be bonked, right? You'd be over your limit for caffeine in an hour. So it's like not to replenish fluid. It's very different. Sports drinks are for fluid. Energy drinks are caffeine stimulant driven.
It's like the teenager said in that piece that we just saw, that he needs it as a kickstart really in the morning. But in your column, Well column today, you write about a Colorado school that has banned energy drinks. Other schools around the country are also experiencing problems with the drinks. What is going on?
Well, it's quite interesting. When I was doing the research for this story, I thought, well, I'd find a few examples, but really it's across the country. You know, teachers in Oregon sent an email to parents saying your kids are coming to school with drunk on caffeine, or they're crashing. You know, in Broward County in Florida, some kids went to the emergency room. You know, it's really all over the place where kids are, really downing, they're cold. This isn't like coffee, which you sip. Kids are downing 2, 3, 4, 5 of these a day and getting quite a caffeine buzz.
And you also came up with a study, or found a study that links these energy drinks with something called toxic jock syndrome. What exactly is that?
Well, what's very interesting about this is people have been focusing on the caffeine as a health issue. But the real concern in the health community is that there's this association. The kids who are drinking, are high consumers of these drinks, are exhibiting a lot of risky behavior. It might be a red flag for parents for this sort of, hyper-masculine jock attitude where they take a lot of risk and get into a lot of trouble.
But do the drinks cause the behavior?
They don't cause the behavior. There's an association. So if your child is really downing a lot of these drinks and attracted, it's a red flag for parents to take a look at their child, who they're spending time with, how they're spending their time on Friday nights. There's an association with risk-taking behavior in these drinks.
So, Heidi, what should parents do at this point? I mean, some drinks do list how much caffeine they have in them, and they make a point that a 16-ounce cup of coffee could have more caffeine than some of the drinks themselves.
Right. It's a misuse, abuse issue. So 80 milligrams of caffeine, it can actually help you be more alert and ergogenic. The problem becomes when there are 100 milligrams, but there's 2 servings in a bottle, so you're already up to 200, over 300 milligrams. You are seeing side effects of caffeine. It's amount of how much caffeine in a certain amount of time. Look at the label, not just the nutrition facts label, which may list the caffeine, but also the ingredient list, because there's compound ingredients. If there's guarana in it, that's also a caffeine-like stimulant. Malwang, which is ephedra, cola nut, green tea. These are not that green tea is anything wrong with it, but when it's combined with the caffeine,
it's the combination.
It's too much.
Heidi, Tara, thank you so much for your time this morning. And still to come on today.